I got this great little piece of real estate for sale right now, and I know looking behind me it doesn't look like much, but stick with me and I'm going to show you why this is going to be a great investment. My name's Earl Musick. I'm with United Country Real Estate, and let's go take a look around. First thing, we have underground power and a J-box right here at the edge of your property, ready to go. Secondly, I know that these trees look like they're dead, but they're not. These trees are western larch. They're also commonly known as tamarack, and they will turn gold in the fall and they drop all their needles, and in the spring they come back. And right here where I'm currently standing, there's not a lot of other species, but there are some. These are two very small ones. I'm going to walk over here and show you some much taller ones here in a minute. But there is some other species of trees growing here. And this is the great thing about this property is you can sit here and just watch your equity grow. As these trees get bigger and bigger, it'll look nicer and nicer. And of course, in the spring and summer, all this tamarack is just absolutely beautiful. It's just right now during the winter, they look like a bunch of dead sticks. So here we are, I'm right next to one of the ponderosas here, and I can tell you I'm over 6 foot tall. Can't even reach high enough to show you the top of that tree. And there are little pockets of trees just like that around through here. There's also some good little fir trees that are out and planted inside of here. I just wanted to give you a view of some of these. There are so many trees on this property. Just going to do a quick pan around so you can see. Well, if you want to live where the wildlife do, we have a deer and elk superhighway coming through this property. There's just tracks everywhere. I probably should have brought my game camera up and set up on this property. And I still might do that, but I do want you to know that we had another property right down the street here that was for sale a few months back. Sold it in like 3 or 4 days. First people that came and looked at it, so you might want to hop on this one fast. I know it's winter and I know the tamarack has lost its needles, but come springtime, this place is going to be so beautiful, nobody's going to turn it down. I got to show you. Definitely got an elk track right here. Look how big that is compared to my hand. Walking right up through there. All right, real estate agents always show you all the positives and never give you any negatives. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them to you now. One, we've already talked about, and I don't even give it a full negative. It's maybe a 1/3 of a negative. Is these tamaracks right now, the needles are off of them, but they're a nice tall tree. I mean, that one right there is probably 16 foot up. A lot of them are probably 10 and 12 feet. But the true negatives, this property comes off of Upper Forge Creek Road in Orofino. Upper Forge Creek Road is not for the weak of heart. They've actually done quite a bit to improve it the last few years. They put some guardrails on it, makes it a little better, but there are some spots where the road is a little rough, kind of narrow, and it's a pretty steep fall off if you were to drive off of it, although I don't think I've ever heard anyone doing that. And then the other negative out here is this area is a little famous for water wells being kind of spotty. This guy will get great water, and then half-mile down the road, the guy gets low production and has to go pretty deep. But unfortunately, I didn't check before I came up here, but we have 3 new wells in the area. There's 2 off in that direction. And then I'm gonna spin right here, and there's a house you can kind of maybe just poke out right there from the trees. I sold all 3 of those parcels, and there are wells on them now, so I'm gonna go back and check. I've heard that they actually got pretty good water in all 3 spots. So you being right between them definitely can't make a guarantee of where water is in the underground, but that's a good sign that the people on both sides of you have gotten good water. So those are the negatives about this property, but there are so many other positives, especially if you're one of the many people that I talk to. They're saying, hey, I'm kind of getting into retirement mode. I might be 5 years off, but I'm thinking about it now. And boy, if I could find the right property, I would buy it now. Well, this is a perfect place for that. You come out here, you buy it, and in 5 years, all these trees will be probably somewhere between 6 and 10, 12 feet higher. And not only that, but right now, if you're wanting to build your driveway through here, and let's say this tree right here is in your way, you can pluck it right out of the ground and not have a stump to deal with. You can come up here, build your driveway, build your spot where you want to build your house, maybe even bring up your RV so you can stay on it and use it until you're ready to build a house. But that's the great thing about this property, is right now is primed for the development. And then in 5 or 6 more years, you're gonna have one of the most beautiful pieces of real estate that Orofino has to offer. So if you got any interest in this, make sure you give me a call. My phone number's right here at the bottom of the page. I also want you to know, I do not pay Zillow and I do not pay Realtor.com for your names. I know they're a great resource when you're looking for real estate, but when you click that contact an agent, you're not gonna get sent to me. You're gonna get sent to some agent who sells houses in town and is paying for your name. I also want to take this opportunity to ask you, if you are out there looking for real estate, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm the only broker in this area who does videos like this for all of his listings. And so if you find this content helpful in your real estate search, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's the best way to keep getting my videos. And if you have an opportunity, make sure you leave me a like on the video. It lets me know that what I'm doing is valuable to you. And if anyone's willing to comment, I will try to respond. Although I'm going to let you know, there are also some people out there that leave me, I'll call them interesting comments. And sometimes I just shake my head and move on. But other than that, this is a great piece of property, just under 12 acres. I'd love to bring you up here and show you around. Just give me a call. I'm gonna go look at my computer, and hopefully I still have a lot of photos from when I sold this the first time around. It was about 3 or 4 years ago now. And so the trees will be much, much shorter, but hopefully I'll be able to show you kind of what a lot of these trees look like when they do have the needles on them.